outside Wareham Methodist Church. Memories of being at a birthday party there when John Waite, Missing You, was in the charts. I was going to date it when I look up later on. My mum used to work in that black and white building across there when it was a newsagent's confectioners called Govers, if I remember correctly. You remember when there were beanie things, beanie people, and you had like messages like "I love you" and well, it's good that some things don't change. North Street still has Horsies, a newsagent. It still has Hallett's, the butchers, and even still has Lord Hardware. Now, I'm being very attentive today. Now, can you see just across behind me, there's a blue plaque on the wall, and that's where Dinah Craik wrote John Halifax Gentleman in 1857. This is significant for me because it was my father-in-law's favourite book. He died July last year, and I wrote my eulogy for him, about him, based on his love of that book. So that sort of kind of pings a very interesting, significant recent event. Amazing. Also need to add that the lane up behind me is Cow Lane. That was one of my alternative routes into school, and is where the cows went in and out from pasture outside of the walls, which is again up that way. We'll see those bits of the walls much later in the walk. Again, many trips to and from school up and down there if it was a bit too blowy and wet, walking along the walls. We still have Farwell's newsagents. We still have Barclays Bank, where I had my first bank account, and the Red Lion Hotel, of course, where Father Christmas would appear each Christmas and disappear down the chimney. Here of when I'm doing a local history project from Wareham Middle School, which was up that way, now demolished. We were walking down here and we'd been given old photographs of Wareham to compare and contrast and find where they were. And I spotted an old photograph of this property here, and I got it right. And it was like, yes, one of those moments you actually sort of achieve something in school recognised. I don't know if you can see that thing just above my head there. That was to do with being insured for fire. So if a fire broke out in your house and you called fire brigade, like a long way back, I can't remember when it dates from, but it turned out if you got one of those above your property, you were all right. They'd put out your fire. Otherwise, sorry mate, burned behind me here we got the Rex Cinema. Many films seen there: Superman, Herbie, Sinbad, Return of the Jedi, Grease when it came out. Lots of memories, and I think it's the only surviving cinema, or one of very few. It's actually gaslit. I don't know if it is now, but it was back in the day. And there's also Wareham Dental Surgery, which I'm sure was my very, very first dentist when I was very young. Don't know how many teeth I lost there. Yeah. Wareham Pet Shop behind me. Worked there part-time for a couple of years in summer and Saturdays. Good fun. Weighing out animal feed mainly. And in this very spot, once I thought I was going to die because I brought a big bag of animal feed to a car over here, and as I stepped back across the road, motorbike came up, and it's one of those moments, everything flashes before you, but thankfully the motorbike went new and went away. Now behind me here, you got Williams the Bakers. Now they weren't there when I was younger, but they were in Wool, which was another place I spent doing a lot of my sort of into teenage years growing up. But they do really good custard slices, and I got to show you this. This is the site where the Great Fire of Wareham commenced. Now I've got to show you this as well. We've got a baker's here called Nellie Crumbs. Many things purchased there over the years, mainly custard slices, as well as the Wareham Chippy just behind us. Now a much loved treat was to come down, get a portion of chips, get a custard slice and a can of Coke, and go down to Wareham Quay and eat them. So I'm going to go and eat my custard slice now, but not the Coke. Wareham Library. I had my first library membership here. Read about volcanoes and earthquakes and all sorts of stuff that was really excited me as a child. And anyway, yes, first library membership. And again, we've got the town heraldry just here behind us on the Victorian water pump next to the South Bridge. If I bring you around the corner, I used to have a friend called Andrew who lived in that big house up there, and we would come out and play down next to the riverside here. And when It was low tide, so still can. When it's low tide, because this connects to Poole Harbour, so it's affected by the tidal range. Water goes down and you could walk underneath this first arch of the bridge here. The road to Stowborough and Swanage, which always seemed like a lifetime's journey away. You get over this bridge and the psychology, for me at least, is like you sort of enter a different domain. All seems very far. Oh, isn't this nice? Here I am on Wareham Quayside. Got the granary behind me. Got the River Frome at high tide. And I got a burger and a coffee. Oh wow, this is good. So, I'm going to get on and have some much needed sustenance, and I'll be back to you soon. Here on Wareham Quayside, you've got this lovely ceramic map of Wareham inside the Anglo-Saxon walls. And I'm going to do a circuit starting from the quayside, just down here, taking you up along the east wall, north wall, and west wall that way. It didn't need a south wall because you've got the water, the River Frome here, providing line of defence here. Now here on Wareham Quayside, my education began. My preschool began in this parish hall, right there behind me. So I can just about remember being at preschool there, well, 40 odd years ago. Couple memories to talk to you about here. You've got Lady St Mary's Church there, and Wareham Priory just there. Wareham Priory was where I first began to know of tales of ghosts. Now I don't know if it was made up rubbish or from my brother being silly, or it's like a story that's independent, but when I was really young I heard the tale of a screaming monk's ghost at the Priory down there, and it kind of lodged and then we've got Lady St Mary's Church. Many things gone to that over the years. There's currently a wedding, so I'm standing a bit further back than I would like to, but anyway. Lady St Mary's, I remember dressing up there as a mouse as part of a small group for a choir to sing villagers all of this frosty tide. Let your doors swing open wide, for winds may follow and snow beside, and I can't remember the rest of it. I was probably 10, less than that. Had to wear a cute little mouse's outfit and wear tights and sing in front of church. And also I think it was January 1986, sang Let There Be Love Shared Among Us, Let There Be Love in Our Eyes, as part of a small Christian Union choir from school on the National Songs of Praise programme.